3, 2, 1.
Thanks, cameraman, your little heads. I love it. Right. Hey everyone, it's just y'all. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome to the party, bitches. Oh, I really restrained myself from saying that. We're a family friendly channel. I'll start that again. Hey everyone, it's just y'all. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new. So for today's video, we're talking about all things postpartum because there are too many things that people don't speak about or that they don't speak about enough, and I just wanted to come on here and be 100% real with you guys because I've been real from the beginning of my pregnancy. I've told you guys the lay down, I've told you guys all the pains. You guys have seen my birth story, which if you haven't, what are you doing? Watch it after this video. But yeah, postpartum, I'm doing a little Q&A for you guys. I've got this little pea head behind me. I've got Corey behind me. He's gonna ask me the questions and put his 2 cents into everything. He's been here for a while. He's been here since I got induced, and it's been Christmas, and I'm now filming on New Year's Eve. So happy New Year, everybody. I hope you guys had a good New Year's. I hope you lot are staying safe. You know, wear your mask, wash your hands, stay inside. Don't go to work, go to work. I'm gonna get straight on into it because I feel like there's a lot of questions and I talk a lot. So grab a snack. So I'm just gonna give a short overview of my postpartum journey because it's been a lot. For those of you who don't know, I gave birth on November the 29th to my daughter Amara, who is in there sleeping, and I had about a 14-hour labor. I was in the hospital for roughly a week. Yeah, I do have PTSD because saying that, it really just, it brings things up. But yeah, that's the thing I'll talk about as well. The first few days were hard. Everyone says that you need to prepare yourself for like the first week after you have a baby, but you just don't know how much you need to prepare yourself. You don't know, if your birth is going to be smooth sailing, and you don't know if it's going to be like what I had or worse, because a lot of people do have it worse. You just really need to prepare yourself for the first couple of days because you don't know what's going to be like. You don't know how your baby's going to react to being at home and vice versa. But for me, when I came home, I was exhausted because I did not sleep at all in the hospital. Baby girl had jaundice, so she was in the blue light therapy box thing. So I was up for hours with her. She wouldn't sleep, like she hated it, and she had to wear like those little goggle things, and I had to sleep in the hospital bed with other women in the room, with other screaming babies, with other mums that were just healing. It was just a lot. It was a lot of personalities and a lot of people, and I'm very I like my own space, so having that amount of people there constantly and having nurses and midwives and doctors coming to check you every 2 minutes, they just, it's good that they come and check on you just to see how you're recovering, but for me, because I had so many problems, it was like 10 doctors every 10 minutes. It was really intense, but again, I'm thankful that they checked on me, but at the same time, a lot went wrong. Like, if you guys didn't watch my birth story, the communication with the doctors and the nurses were just horrible, so I got checked on more than I needed to. Like, for example, I got my iron transfusion, and a nurse came to me to tell me I was going to have an iron transfusion, and then like an hour later someone else came and told me the same thing, and I was kind of like, yeah, I know, I'm coming down like in like 10 minutes, why are you telling me again? That is just like a example of what I had to go through. So when I came home, I was tired, I had my iron transfusion, so it was getting my energy back up. I had a bunch of tablets to take, a bunch of medications to take. I had to take paracetamol. I had swollen everything. My legs were swollen, my feet were swollen. I had an episiotomy, so I had a cut and I had stitches that hurt. I had a failed epidural. I had, what is it called? I had a cannula, I had a catheter. I had, spinal block. I had a spinal block as well. So my body was in bits, to say the least. It was not fun. So getting out of bed whenever I had to like go to the bathroom or just like go walk about the house, do mundane things. You can vouch for me on this one. Even though I was in pain and recovering, I didn't stay still. I did. The first few days I was in bed as much as I could stay in bed because I need to move all the time. I can't stay still. I don't care if I've been hit by a car, I need to walk around. It's really bad. I really need to work on it, but I just can't stay still. I cannot keep myself in one place for a long amount of time. So for the first few days I was in bed as much as I could, but then after that yeah, I was just up and walking around my house, walking around the room. I was working on the 3rd issue of my magazine, which is now out. Link in the description bar. But yeah, I was working on my magazine. I was working on like a bunch of business stuff. I was doing my website by myself. I was working on the issue. You know, I was trying to run a team of people, answering emails every single day. Every morning I was up answering emails whilst I was recovering, whilst I was breastfeeding Amara, whilst I was trying to recover myself and take my medication. So it was really hard. Then again, I brought that on myself. I didn't need to. But even without all the work, I think it still would have been so difficult because if you guys don't know, prior in my pregnancy, I was high risk. I was considered high risk because at the age of gestation, I was 18. I had a really low BMI, so I was really skinny. I was just really petite, and they were worried about Amara being really big, which she wasn't. She was 6 months 6, so she was a teeny tiny baby. And on top of that, my mental health was an issue as well because I do have anxiety and depression. So they put me a bit higher on the list just to say like I need extra checkups and I need to be checked upon like more than necessary basically. So after that, getting into like the first major thing that has happened postpartum, I'm kind of getting over it now. I've still got it, but it is, what is it called? Postpartum depression, baby blues, PTSD. I have got that like to the extreme that people don't really talk about. It is really bad. In the beginning it was horrible. Like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't enjoy being a mother to Amara in the first couple of days. Like it was really bad because in the hospital I was fine, you know, I had people checking up on me, I had the nurses, I kept myself distracted. But once I came home and the reality of like being a mum set in and like being in my own space, I really got fogged. And like I came home the first night, I went in the shower and I was just, oh my god, I was deep in my life. I was like, oh my god, I have a daughter, I have to look after her, like I have to raise her, and I'm not alone. I've got Corey, I've got my family, I've got his family, like I've got a support system. But at the same time, I was just like, I felt so alone because I was like, oh my god, I'm a mum, like I've got so much to live up to. I've got like high expectations of me, especially like leaving uni and all these people on the internet watching me, my friends watching me, like family watching me. They expected a lot from me and I was just like, didn't know if I could do this. So the first few days were really hard. I was in my head a lot. I didn't enjoy being a mum for the first few days. I was like, I love her to pieces, but this is hard. I didn't want to be there for her. Like there were some days where I just wanted to put her down and just be like, just back away for a bit. I didn't, but I wanted to. I had Corey here. He was absolutely amazing. You know, he let me sleep. He still lets me sleep, which is horrible. It's been a good month now and I still feel like I've barely done anything. Wait, no, we are getting there. The nights are getting, I can't say that. I don't know. But yeah, that's just a brief overview of my postpartum journey. There's so much more, but as I said, I'm going to answer some questions now that people have asked me about postpartum. A lot of them are not even on postpartum, a lot of them are just general questions. Corey's firing the questions away.
What are your and Corey's nationalities? All three of you are beautiful.
I'm Black British, aka Caribbean.
AKA AKA
I'm Black British. Jamaican. That's what I was going to say.
What is Amara's middle name?
Amara's middle name. Amara
Athena.
Yeah, people are asking what her full name is. So her name is Amara Athena Marriott Burrows.
Double barrel.
Yeah, so her first name's Amara, her middle name is Athena, and her last name is Mai. And Corey, as you can't even see Corey, you can just literally see the top of his head.
Look at the top of his head.
It's mine and Corey's last names.
So how are you finding motherhood?
That's a big question. How am I finding motherhood? At the beginning, as I said, it was really hard. I couldn't adjust to it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. But now I love it. I love being a mum. I feel like it was destined for me. No, I do. I really do. I feel like I never thought about being a mum prior. I mean, I thought about it, but I didn't think about it because, you know, I'm 19. I don't think about it. Before I was in uni drinking, doing whatever, living my best life. So being a mum it was not in my mind at all. Until I became pregnant, until I thought about it, until I had her. And now it's just like, I feel like I can't see my life without this little girl. So,
did you get any sleep?
Did I get any sleep? When?
Or was it a struggle? Yeah. I'm assuming at the beginning.
In the beginning, did I get any sleep? I
did not. Absolutely nothing.
So in total, I think I didn't sleep for what, a week?
About 5 days, 6 days.
Something like that, yeah. Because in the hospital, didn't sleep, barely even slept. A good amount of hours. Came home, couldn't sleep because I was just in pain. And she would wake up like all the time. So yeah, I didn't sleep. But now I'm sleeping more. I still feel like I don't sleep enough.
Need to be napping.
I don't nap. You keep saying that. Everyone keeps telling me to nap throughout the day. Sleep when she sleeps. Take a nap when she naps.
Because you should be.
See, right now?
You should have been napping.
Good afternoon.
Good morning, baby.
So right on cue, she wakes up. I'm supposed to be waking up. You see? That's how it's supposed to be. You have fallen asleep a couple of times when she's on your knees.
No.
Yeah.
How do I keep my knees up while I sleep? I'm not you. Yes, you did that last night.
I didn't sleep with my knees
You
up.
slept like this, but higher. Knees are up here.
I don't sleep with my knees up. I don't know where this is
okay,
coming
I'll
from.
film it next time then.
Do,
I
please.
think you're starting, yeah?
Please, tag me. Before I forget, let me talk about my belly and stitches. See my belly? Can you guys see my stretch marks as well? Look at that. But my belly has gone down so fast. I didn't expect it. I didn't at all. The day that I came home, I took a picture and it had like a little, I just had a little pooch, little belly. Yeah, so the pooch went down really fast. And people were asking me if I'm wearing like waist trainer or a belly band. I did wear a belly band a couple days into coming home. It's from Amazon. I'll link it down below if anyone's interested. It does help with my posture though. Really helps with my posture. So it straightens my back out a little bit. But now I got sent a body, what is it called? It's like a postpartum recovery kit basically. So it's like a waist trainer but softer. It's catered for your upper core, your lower core, your stomach area. So I had an episiotomy, which is basically a cut that they do to help the baby come out. Because if you guys haven't seen my birth story, basically I was pushing for an hour. She was basically there. She was ready to come out, but I was exhausted. I could not push anymore. So they were like, okay, we're going to do a, what is it called? Forceps delivery. They didn't do forceps. We ended up doing a ventouse, whatever that is. I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
Suction.
But they ended up doing that. So they had to cut me to help her head come out. So that's what I had. Then they gave me stitches. I lost a lot of blood as well. Yeah, I lost nearly a litre of blood to think about. Yeah, think of a litre bottle of water that you drink. I don't want to think about that. No man. The stitches in the bit, they were not that bad, to be fair. Like everyone said they were going to be horrible. They were not that bad. Oh my gosh, yeah. So in the beginning it was fine, and then bleeding was like normal. The bleeding was normal, and then it stopped, and then all of a sudden pain came back, but like ×2. And the stitches dissolved by themselves, but then I just felt like they weren't correct. I had my family nurse come and see me, and I asked her to check it. She checked it. She was like, everything's like dissolving fine, everything's recovering well. And I was like, okay, fine. And then bleeding stopped completely, and then it came back, and it stopped and it came back. So it was just on and off. Right now, nothing's happening now. My stitches have dissolved completely. I'm not bleeding anymore, which is fine and dandy, because that just got really annoying. The stitches were not that bad. All in all, they just dissolved by themselves. Now I am 4 weeks postpartum, no bleeding, the stitches have dissolved, my belly has gone down, I'm not feeling any pain down there at all. Everything's gone back to the way it should, and I'm surprised because people do not recover fully until like what, 6 to 8 weeks, like fully.
Did you struggle to breastfeed?
Forgot breastfeeding is a massive topic. Oh, it's a whole video in itself.
Yeah.
Breastfeeding's hard, right? Breastfeeding's hard. I underestimated it because when I was pregnant, I just thought, breastfeeding, yeah, I'll breastfeed, like if I want to. Like it wasn't a major thing to me. In the beginning, I was feeding her the colostrum, you know, the good golden stuff that people say, blah, blah, blah. I was feeding her the Cow and Gate ready-made bottles because she had jaundice, she was tiny, she needed to eat, and I felt like I wasn't giving her enough, so she needed to have the formula. Fed baby is best. Like I don't have any like, I'm not pressed on breastfeeding or bottle feeding. Do whatever is best for you. As long as the baby is fed, that's the best thing. But now I am combined feeding, so she is breastfeeding and bottle feeding. I think she's more bottle feeding than breastfeeding, but we are getting there. You know, I feel like my milk production's improving as the days go on, and we just got a pump. I just got a Tommy Tippy pump. I'll test it, I'll see if it's good. If it is, I'll recommend it. If not, then Tommy Tippy who. And she's very fussy, like she's a very hungry baby. She's not content with the amount of milk that I give her. Like, whenever I finish feeding her and I feel like I feed her forever, she's still not content, so I have to give her a bottle afterwards because I don't want my baby to starve. So
how do you feel about being a mom?
How do I feel being a mum? I love it. I love my daughter. I love being a mum. I can't wait to raise her into an amazing human being. Can't wait to teach her all my jokes. I can't wait to teach her to be a boss ass bitch. Yeah. How do you feel being a dad? Dad.
You forgot to
word in my head.
Fantastic. That's it. Done. No, it's amazing. I mean, we're getting there. She's only a month old, so let's just watch the face develop. Yeah, I know, it's gone by so quick. But yeah, just watching her face develop, watching her personality develop.
Oh my gosh, she used to look like such a squish.
I know, yeah,
when she was born. Everything was just mushed. And now the girl, you can see her features, you can see her eye colour starting to develop. It's a beautiful girl. Stunning girl she is. Absolutely stunning. You'd be so gassed if you could understand this right now. You know, Mara. Guys, she has like 6 chins, 7 chins. I'm sorry she had me say that.
See, what have you done?
Look
at this hair. There's a full head of hair. Oh, bit bald patch.
It's the parting of the head of bald patch. Oh, you were so tiny the last time you were in my arms. Okay, you're gonna start crying.
What's one thing that nobody prepares you for? The main thing that you think that should be said, that should be like warned about. You should be told.
It's okay that you don't know how to be a mum. There we go.
Well,
it's okay that you don't know what you're doing.
Everyone like thinks like, oh wow, I should be perfect. I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that, but that's not how it is. Yeah. You're learning, everyone's learning.
Exactly.
You're learning.
That is definitely the one thing. It is okay that you don't know how to be a mum. It's okay that you don't know how to be a dad, to be a parent, because please, especially if you're a first time parent, the way, I was even talking about this on live before, like the fact that I left the hospital with a baby. Think about it. I left the hospital with a baby.
So you came in, didn't have a baby.
Right.
Left, and now have a baby.
Right. I left the hospital with a whole. This is a whole human being. She could be the next what? Dancer? Oh no. She could be the next Beyonce. I don't know. This is a whole person that I've left the hospital with. That they kind of were just like, okay, you've had her. We've done our part. Now you go do your part. I'm just like, excuse me, I don't know how to do that. Like how I didn't know how to just be. I'm sorry, I can't even look after myself. Like before being pregnant, I barely could look after myself in university. I barely could look after myself in general. It's okay that you don't know how to feed your baby. It's okay that you don't know like what their crying means. Yeah, how to keep them entertained or how to keep them happy or how to stop them from crying. Because babies are confusing. They're figuring out the world. You're figuring out how to figure them out. It's all very stressful to both of you. But just have a good support system around you, like your partner, your boyfriend, your best friend, your mum, your sister, whoever. Just make sure you have people around you that can help you out, especially if they've been a parent themselves. It's okay to take advice also, because I'm very stubborn. I don't like taking advice from people, especially if they don't know me. I really just don't like to take their input, but I have learned to accept help and to accept advice from other people, especially if they are parents themselves. And just to try it, because again, every baby's different. One thing that may work for your baby may not work for another, but try it out. It may work, it may not, and that's okay. Being a mum, being a dad, being a parent is really just trial and error. I've learned it's definitely just trial and error. Like you just have to say like effort and just do whatever and try whatever to see what works for your baby.
It's different for like, each baby.
Exactly, every baby's different. Yeah, every parent's different. You're gonna have your like what I've learned as well with Corey. He's very different to me. I'm very different to him. Our parenting styles a little bit are kind of different. Like I would go about something differently to how he would. and he would do it differently to how I would, but we're both learning how to, you know, balance it, because this is this is a team thing. Like, we're in this together. And I was even saying, like, even when he goes, I'm still gonna do things how he does it as well, because I've learned things from him, and he's maybe learned things from me. I said maybe.
Maybe.
He's learned okay, right, he's learned things from me as well, which is good. But again, I couldn't think, that's what I was gonna say, if I was a single mum, I think I'd still be good, because I have my aunt. My aunt is fantastic. I love it to pieces. I'd be so lost and confused. So to all the single parents, mum, if you're a single dad, single mum, amazing. Love you. You're doing amazing, honestly. But I'm so happy I have Corey here. If he was not here, I genuinely don't know how this, she'd be crying all the time. She'd be moaning all the time. You'd hate me.
No.
You would hate me. But she loves me. I know she does. She loves me. Yeah, you do that.
Do you ever get scared about the financial side of raising a kid? Yeah, this one for you, baby.
So I'd like to confess something. I'm really bad with money. I have always been really bad with money. I've never known how to save. I've never known how to just not spend money.
Whereas me, on the other hand, I've saved all my life.
Yeah.
Bits and bobs. Rarely spent any money. So we're polar opposites on that front, yeah.
We're polar opposites in general. Corey's very good with money. Very, very good for money. Yeah.
Until you came along.
Right. So in terms of how we, not even saved, how we spent money on Amara, we opened a joint account on Monzo. You can literally, it's so easy to do it. If you guys want to do it with your mum, go and do it with your mum. So we just opened it in summer, I think like August, and just put money in that account for both of us. Majority of it was Corey, because he was the working one. I was the unemployed university dropout, going on broke person. So the majority was Corey. So but we did, both of us dibble dabbled in finances to get stuff for Amara, things like clothing. No, the only big purchase we made was like the pram. In terms of the cot and the Moses basket, that was given to me. The crib was given to me by my family nurse. I love her, thank you. That saved us a huge amount of money. My cousin Tamara gave me the Moses basket. So two of the big things. And in terms of pram, I don't even want to talk about the pram. But our pram,
Look for a while.
do you know what?
Yeah.
The pram that I have is called Kindercraft. I'll put in a picture of it. I took a picture with it. That's the pram that we have. It's not the worst pram in the world, but it's also not the best pram in the world.
We just want one that's a bit more.
Yeah, we're looking for a new pram right now. So if anybody wants to send me a pram, thank you. Would actually love you forever if you did. Or or if you guys know any good prams that is not ridiculously expensive, would be fantastic. Thank you. That is all for the postpartum. There's so much more I could talk about. If you guys have more questions, comment them down and I'll answer them for you guys, or I'll just make a part 2, because there's, again, so much I could talk about. You guys have so many questions in general as well, just like general questions about being a mum, having a baby. Check out everything that I do, including my magazine, which if you're not following already is called itsthecover.com. You go in that and you read issue 3. Don't forget to stay happy, stay safe, and stay inspired, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye. Say goodbye, Corey.
Goodbye.
Say bye, Amara.